You know I stay ready to go. Shorty, freaky, want me in the throat. I'm counting cheese, haters be lactose. I can hear the bullshit through my AirPods Pro. You know I stay ready to go. Shorty, freaky, want me in the throat. I'm counting cheese, haters be lactose. I can hear the bullshit through my AirPods Pro.
How's it going? So, Ramiro, this is my guy, Black. Going on here. I sent him a lot of your tracks to kind of check out and go over.
Yeah, he sent me some of your tracks, and then I just went down the deep dive on your YouTube.
Yeah,
that's dope, man.
I think we both did the same thing, so you got a lot more views from us because I watched a few videos a couple times. I got like a whole bunch of questions.
Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate you, both of y'all.
Yeah, man, for sure. Well, shit, man. Man, well, I should like first of all, before we even get all the way into it, I just appreciate you hitting me up on the DM, bro, because that was really, really dope.
Yeah, man. I was excited. I was like, man, I never, you know, I wanna. It was always something I wanted to do, and like I'm always like quiet, so I was like, man, I need, you know what I mean? Like I need to speak up a little bit more.
You can't be a rapper and be trying to be quiet, man.
You know, it's funny though. A lot of rappers are introverted cats. I'm finding out.
That's
introverted extroverts. You feel me? Like keep to yourself, do your own thing. And actually, it's funny that we ran into that because I was looking at one of your YouTube videos. What was it called? Like Day Zero. Day Zero was like 4 months ago.
Yeah, the vlogs.
Yeah, man.
Like part of my vlogs on the YouTube, man.
Yeah, I saw those too, man. It wasn't just about music. I did a little deep dive, and I was just like, let me just see the whole thing.
Yeah, those are separate from like, you know, that really took a lot of like, you know, like opening up, like, you know what I mean, like
yeah.
You know, one of the homies was like, you know, you got a story, man. Like, you know, just talk, whatever flows. Like, make, you know, you got a YouTube channel, but just, you know. And I just, you know, the vlogs are just about my life and things that I'm doing, and you know, things I've practiced, and you know, I'm trying to, you know, how motivate the G's out there. You know, try to give them some solid advice, and maybe somebody might have the similar experiences that me. You never know. So.
No, it was actually really dope because when I was listening to it and I was watching it, I was like, yo, homeboy is like really comfortable with himself because just like you're talking about being alone and stuff and everything like that. And a lot of people will be like, yo, I got to go to the movies with somebody, or I got to go to dinner with somebody. I can't just go get a bite by myself. So before like I really listened to the music, I heard that and I was like, all right, well, let me check this cat out. Like I want to see what he's about because that was like super interesting, at least to me.
I didn't check out the vlogs. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but you know what I'm saying. Hearing that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying. I like that as for people as an artist in general because it gets people to know you a little bit more on the deeper side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Oh shoot! I almost forgot to ask you. Did you end up getting the waitress's number or what?
What?
I was really watching, bro. I was really watching. You said she was bad, so I was like, I wonder if he ended up getting the number or not.
Nah, it didn't end up happening. You know,
you didn't whip the skills out on her.
Nah, I think she was just doing her job and being polite, and she wasn't really with it.
Well, shit, man.
But if I wanted to, I could. I could try at least.
My man, see, there you go. You got to shoot the shot. You know.
Yeah, you never know.
You don't ever know. Shit, I got into your tracks. At least the ones that we were talking about, the ones I really want to post, because I was like going through, and you got a lot of tracks actually on there. And then even like further out on the internet, you have like a whole bunch of tracks. So I did a good amount of listening. But kind of like you said, Throw It, City 2, Best Friends are the most interesting to me. And then your newest one I wanted to talk about, Cold World, as well, because I wanted to ask you a couple questions about them. But I guess I'll start off with Throw It, because Throw It was probably my favorite. What do you think, Eric? Which one? Do you have any standouts that you were thinking about that you've heard so far?
There was a standout to me. Let me pull it up. Or you can go ahead, ask your question while I pull it up.
For sure. So I started off with Throw It just because I think we were talking about that in the DMs first. And it's definitely dope. and it's definitely a lot different from your new stuff. So I was kind of interested to like get your opinion on, you know, where you are with Throw It and then where you are now with Cold World. Like, what do you feel like changed with your music before we get like real deep into Throw It and how much I like that song?
Well, Throw It, you know, I always grew up around those West Coast. Like, if you listen to the beat, you know, it has that West Coast, like 90s, yep, like, you know, vibe to it. So
even the video, yeah.
Video,
nice video, by the way.
Shout out Shoelace, bro.
Yeah, Shoelace.
And if you watch that video, I have no beard. I'm pre-beard Ramiro. So.
Yeah, you're young face, baby face.
So, yeah, I'm a lot older, a lot wiser now. You know what I mean?
But feel it.
Yeah, that song came about. You know, I had the beat. Shout out Blink Body. You know, he made the beat, and I had something written like a couple years prior. I forgot when that track dropped. It was like what, 2018, something like that.
Yeah, say about 2 years ago on YouTube.
I had like a little, I had a little like hook written a couple years back and like a little verse. So I was like, you know what, like, you know, sometimes you go back to your old songs and like stuff you never released, and it's like, nah, that's still new. What's old is new. So anyways, it had that vibe, and I was like, this will fit perfect. So I just laid it out. I had no care in the world. I was just, you know, vibing with it, and boom, boom, knocked out that song, and that was it. I didn't really think nothing of it, but it was
like organic, huh?
It was like an ode to the West Coast, pretty much.
Yeah. No, and, I liked it.
Yeah. So, and to go, you know, answer your question. So where I'm at with Cold World, Cold World, you know, it has a different vibe, different, you know, acoustic style beat. You know, shout out Shoelace Belt, and that.
Oh, for sure.
That was kind of because for a while I was kind of hard on myself. Because I'm like, you know, as artists, you know, perfection. So I was kind of hard on myself, and I had the beat. I was like, you know what? I freestyled it, and that was it. That was the song, and I was like, you know what? I need to do that often. So that acoustic vibe was kind of having fun and kind of just going, and also was a deeper meaning into the world. How it's Cold World, you know, this is a cold world, and you know, hey, shorties can break your heart and all that.
Yo, you said it. You actually kind of stole my number one question about that song right out of when you said shorties could do that. Was there a shorty, or was it just about a culmination of shorties over time? Like, what was your motivation to kind of get that thing going? Because I was listening to it and I was like, I feel some vibes here. I feel some feels right here. What's going on? This guy was going through it.
Yeah, it was a little combination of both, man. It was, you know, I had my few, you know, broke your boy's heart, you know, done the thing, and it didn't really work out, but you know, it's just, you know, you go through the roller coaster of, you know, ups and downs with people, you know, you're dating and all this stuff. So it was kind of a little, you know, about that. So
just relationship issues.
Yeah.
I got you. So the song that caught my ear was
you got it.
Go To. Yeah. I watched that video. I'm not sure because it kind of like broke out right there. I don't know if you heard me. He kind of.
Which one did you say?
Okay. So I said Ready to Go To.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the song actually pretty much stuck out to me. It was one of your more complete songs for me, in my opinion. And but for me, I noticed the theme going through your videos, and I kind of want to ask you about it because I only went through the videos. I didn't get to do a super deep dive because the interview kind of came up kind of quick. So with your videos, I noticed that you do a lot of songs where there's one verse. Like, so is that like a thing you just do? Is that purposely done? Like, how does that come about?
It's really not on purpose. For that song, that Ready to Go song, like the beat was short. Like, so I already knew, like, you know, the formula to it. So it's gonna be hook, verse, hook, there. Like, you know what I mean? Do 3 verses, you know, back in the day, but I know the attention span of people nowadays, they don't really want to hear that. But me as an artist, I always do 2 verses, you know, hook, verse, or whatever I'm feeling. So yeah, it wasn't really for that song. It was, you know, that was the formula for that.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny, Eric, that you asked that because I was literally gonna ask the same thing because it was like I was going through and you have a lot of like the Summer Walker length songs where they're like quick hitters and you're like, oh shit, okay, cool. I'm on to the next one. Oh shit, that was cool. I'm on to the next one.
Yeah.
So it has like a quick flow to it. Like when I was doing my deep dive, when you sent me your link to SoundCloud, and I was just like going, and I was just like, I was on like a drive, and I literally just got through most of them just on my drive, just kind of listening and flowing with it. So it was kind of dope. But kind of like you said, I wanted to know, was that intentional? Did that just happen organically? Kind of like it sounds like most of the things are kind of just happening organically with you.
It's a little bit of both, you know, it's just depending on the beat and the song. But the only thing that sucks for me is sometimes when I get beats like that, little short, you know, minute, 50 seconds or 2 minutes, it's hard for me because I know I gotta come with some heat. Like it's one verse, so I gotta make sure it's like
it's super good in one verse.
It's super good.
Okay.
Well, just a hint of advice as the former rapper, and we're both producers, and it's like just have the engineer loop that shit. You be all right.
Yeah, I got you. I was gonna say shameless plug, man. We both know how to chop it, so there is that. But most definitely, okay, all right.
So, but with that being said, because like I said, we're both producers. We both kind of do things on like the executive producing side, like listening to music and shit like that. So we kind of listen with a different ear. And so I listened to a few of your songs, and I see the direction. Like there are certain songs where you like just flat rapping with your voice, and then there are other songs where you're kind of like harmonic with it, like you kind of have the effects on there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And truth be told, there's sometimes I wish like some of the songs that you did with the harmonic tone, you did with the regular voice, and then the other ones like same in reverse. So like, is that something you hear in your own music? Like, how do you go about your music and picking those type of songs and doing it in that way?
It is what I hear. Like, you know, when I have the beat and you know, I just whatever flows. So some songs I do intentionally, like I'll go back, I'll be like, oh, this style, I like that style, so I'm gonna go, you know, with that harmonic flow. This one I'm gonna be rapping, this one. Nowadays I'm like, you know, singing a little bit. I'm trying to like, you know, mess around with that. So yeah.
And I do like you with that more so harmonic style, like because it kind of gives me off that like kind of rock star vibe. And I think you do well with that. And I think with the combination of the right beats behind that.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah.
Definitely, because the visuals are already stupid dumb, thanks to Shoelace, like you said. Like the guy is crazy with
the man.
Yeah, he's crazy with the visuals. But I kind of felt the same. I kind of like remember when we were in the DM, I was like, so what do you consider yourself? Do you see yourself like a rapper? Do you consider yourself like a, you know, and we were talking about it, and we both kind of came to the conclusion that like you have a lot of different things that you're doing, kind of like you just said. And I agree with Black. Like I like that rock star, pop star kind of like vibe, that acoustic thing. I think is really sick, and I think you can do something different with it because not a lot of people are playing around with the acoustic like that. You know, so I think you could really do something with it. That's kind of like a lane that might be something crazy for you, at least in my opinion. Aside from Throw, because I like that one. Now, fuck with too though. I'm not gonna play around. I can't hold you with that one because I took probably out of all the songs, I went back and listened to that one the most, and I took the most notes on that song, just like random amounts of notes and questions about it. But that's why you got both of us here, because we went both completely different vibes with it. I went like a super turn up vibe, and then he went like more cool, melodic, like introspective vibe. But that's kind of actually why I feel like you offer a lot of stuff as an artist. You give a lot of different flows, variations.
Yeah.
You're trying to do a lot of stuff, I feel like, right?
Yeah, different flavors, man. Like I feel like, especially like, you know, me, like I'll go back and listen to songs from like don't get me wrong, like nowadays, like the music is good. I'm gonna sound like an old head.
Hey, like, man, I mean, we're all at that age. The
music is good, but I feel like I got an old soul, so I'll go back to 90s, early 2000s.
Who do you listen to in the 90s or 2000s? Who's your go-to?
Man, like I grew up on a lot of MF Doom. I grew up on a lot of R&B, so some John B, some Tupac, you know, Machiavelli. You know, that Machiavelli album is my favorite album of all time. Like that
of all time. Okay, I can't argue.
All time. Like I know every lyric. It's just a crazy album that has everything that emotionally that I'm thinking. Like I grew up around. Like it's a crazy album. But I grew up on the, you know, the Timberlands, all that, like, you know, T-Pains and just that vibe. Like, yeah, just
Okay, so that kind of explains it. Because if you listen to all the people that you just said, you got a rapper in Tupac, but he also has a lot of different variations to him. And then you got T-Pain with the melodic. He uses, auto-tune and different things. So it's interesting that you said that. And then when you go into your music, you can see both of those types of things. You do rap, and then you do use melodic. So it's kind of dope that the people that, you're inspired by, you listen to kind of coming out in your art. But you kind of touched on it. I was literally just going to ask you, like, who do you listen to and what kind of inspired you to start making music? But I feel like you kind of squashed that one right there. That was dope.
Yeah, a lot of the old stuff, man. Like, the Eazy-E's, NWA. I was always around hip hop. My parents, my first concert was West Side Connection. Like when I was a little kid.
Oh, damn.
Always grew up around that.
Your first concert blows my first concert out of the water. My shit was at like the AV Antelope Valley Fair when it was like Beyonce when they was with Destiny's Child on some like super young, super busted.
That's like once in a lifetime right there. That's cool.
I guess so. At the time, I was like,
I ain't gonna get on.
What about you, Black? What's your first?
My first concert. My first concert was actually Glow in the Dark tour. So that was Kanye, Rihanna, Nerd, and Lupe.
Well, damn, both of y'all squashed me.
Yeah. But oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and I don't really go to a lot of concerts. Like the last concert I went to was a Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. Like I love those guys.
That's not a bad concert to go to, though. Yeah. That's not a bad concert to go to. What was that? Fettuccine or something like that was like nasty. And then Freddie is actually on the terror right now. It's funny that you just brought Freddie up because I just heard like 2 songs from Freddie today. Like one going at one person and one going at somebody else. Like,
yeah, Freddie's dope. Like I met him like when Pinata dropped. Like he had a little store. He had a little store signing up in Fairfax, and like me, I was all new to the area, so I remember I got lost trying to go up there. And believe it or not, Freddie was by himself. Freddie was chilling. He was strapped. Like this was when nobody knew him, but I knew I love that sound. I love that Madlib beat, and I started diving more into Madlib. And it's crazy for that guy Gibbs. Like I seen the growth. Like it took him more than 10 years to get where he's at. Like you know what I mean?
Because he was on the freshman cover a while ago.
Yeah.
He's a slow grinder for sure. But like now you can see like if you stay at it, if you perfect your craft, that kind of stuff. Like he's one of the real good people that I like to look at. Like because he said we are both producers and we both do stuff in the music. So it's like it's nice to see if you really do stick with it. You keep grinding, keep working, perfecting. You get with the right people. Hone your sound in, you could get it because like he does have a sound. Like when Freddie comes on, Freddie's gonna rip, and he has like a certain kind of sound he's looking for. He comes through with a certain kind of energy, and it's always hot. So he's a good one to listen to.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this a little backwards, and we kind of touched on some influence, but so where did you start rapping? Like what got you into rapping?
Right.
I remember I was listening to like back to the influences. So I was listening to my first album that I bought was The Game, Doctor's Advocate.
Okay.
I was really like, so when I first started rapping, I thought there was only one lane. So I would write a little bit like, oh, I'm from, trying to be a gangster a little bit, hip hop flow. And, so I just started writing a little bit to that, but that got me inspired to create my own story. So I just started, from there. And then until I gravitated towards other things and, slowly found my lane. And that's just all where it came from. It was like, I wanted to create my own story.
Okay.
So that's dope. Like, I want people to hear me.
I feel that my story was a little bit the same way, except I'm gonna show my age a little bit. Me and my cousin, we were actually doing that, and our influence was the 504 Boys. And you know what I'm saying? Everything when it came to the block is hot and stuff like that. So that was really like my entry to rap with Mystical and No Limit and Cash Money taking over for the 99 to the 2000 and all that.
You hear that? You gotta hit the floor.
There we go.
Man, I wish I had a come to music story like that. Like I'm not a rapper, so I can't tell you when I started rapping. I write a lot of raps for people here and there, and I think I can rap sometimes when I'm really feeling moved, but No, like that's really dope because I'm glad you asked that question, Black, because when I was listening to your stuff, I was kind of wondering the same thing. I was like, this dude has a lot of interesting like things that he talks about, and the way that you talk about it, it's like almost poetic. It's like you're kind of reading literally like you wrote in your diary for the day, and then you're just reading it off, to some music.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope that you said you want to tell stories, because I definitely get that vibe from you, especially in your music and the way that it's laid out. Even though it's short form, you still give a story in the verse. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes.
I try to. I coming up. I try to like that lyrical. Finding my lane. Going back to trying to find my lane. Like I was always writing like lyrical, like expectations, delicious, like stuff like that.
Lyrical
trying to
miracle
be like
type.
Lyrical miracle whips and all that. But nowadays, I know how music is, so I kind of have to. I do it purposely. I dumb myself down just a little bit. And
well, you want to make it easy for people to be able to like repeat back to you, because if it's too complicated, like there's only a couple people that can really do that well.
I can spit. I'll tell you that. Like
I'm gonna have to get a freestyle from you at some point, man. I'm gonna have to play some beats for you, or my man with the NPC over here. We have to play you something, and we'll get some beats cracking.
Don't be hating.
I want to hear that. That'll be another show right there. Just have you freestyle to some beats.
We dope.
So another question I have for you though. So we just talked about basically how you feel about your music. But I want to know, do you feel like your work is cohesive? Do you feel like it's complete when you finish it? Do you feel like there's stuff to add on, stuff to build on too? Like, how do you feel about your work?
All the time. Like I just sent a song off to go get mixed earlier, and I felt like it's not even like ready. Like I don't even feel like it's done or finished. Like but I always feel like if I keep attacking it, if I keep going back, it'll never be done. So yeah, I always feel like that.
Sometimes you gotta press play. Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like I want to know, like, I know everything. It kind of seems like everything is coming just organically together. Like you'll hear a beat, it seems like, and then you'll kind of start writing to it, or you might just flow to it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've figured out like a process, a formula, kind of like a workflow, or you just kind of attack it when you get to it?
I just attack it when I get to it. Like if I'm feeling the hook for a beat, then I'll just do a hook. If I'm feeling a verse, that might not even be first verse. It might be the second. So it might be the second verse. So I'm just attacking it in part. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm scattered around with it.
I mean, hey, if you say enough good things, we can make it. You can make it into something. So that's not a problem at all.
Sometimes I'll just be like a bar or two, and then I'll be like, all right, that's for this beat. Like, all right, that's for this song. Like, and there we go. That starts the engine
gets the wheels turning. Yeah.
So as the retired rapper on the show, I want to know what the studio sessions is like for you.
Yeah. Is it a party? Is it like mellow? Do you like candles? Is it like, what's it about?
I like the candles. Rocks. I got the incense. I got the Sade playing in the back.
Erykah Badu vibes. Okay.
Nah, man, it's a little bit of, I don't know. Well, like I ain't ashamed, but I'm living with my parents, so I'm recording at the crib.
Okay.
I'm writing in my I'm writing in my notebook. I still write on my phone sometimes, but I'm old school with it. I'm writing on my notebook, and I'll just be playing beats and listening to it in my headphones and just chilling.
Okay, so you record it. You record at home and you send it off.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
That might be the name of this episode, Killing It from the Crib. I like that.
Well, right. I mean, because it's a little different. Like I remember buying all my own equipment and doing it on my own, and then I ended up going to the studio, and that became a whole different vibe. Getting it in with my engineer. So, I understand.
Yeah,
but today, oh my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I said I plan to eventually go to the studio. Like when I was in high school, I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club studio, and that was a cool little vibe. Everybody that wanted to make music was in there, so I felt dope. But now it's also dope too because you're at your own engineer pretty much. You can cut stuff up. You don't like it, you can mess with it. So it's both. Both is good.
I will say
recording from home.
I will say as a little advice, that's actually pretty good for you because, when you do go in the studio and you're talking to the engineers, and they're feeling it. They have an ear, you have an ear, you know what I'm saying? And it makes it to where like when you go in there and you say like, nah, I kind of like this over here, I like this way, and then it comes like that's how me and my engineer ended up with a great rapport, and then he knew exactly what I wanted when I was recording with him.
Yeah, it definitely helps to lock in with like you said, you get your beats from a certain dude. Like you might want to find that certain engineer that like, or group of engineers that like find that perfect mix. You get your sauce perfectly for you. Like you could just go into the session is already right. That vibe is already kind of set, you know, because it's kind of like, it's really like up to us. I feel like as producers to kind of set that vibe, set the tone for you, pass you the rock, and then you as an artist to then take the rock and, you know, do what you do with it. But yeah, locking in with the, you know, a producer or
we got to edit this. Yeah, you going in and out.
You're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah.
Am I better now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
We good now?
Yeah.
We good. Gravy.
But yeah, man, just like basically for your sound, bro, because your sound is growing
and then it does it again.
Yeah, you
building your
it's your connection,
man. Yeah, it did it again.
Yeah, it's your connection.
Here, let's see.
Well, choppy.
But
how about now?
I mean, you straight.
You good?
It's your connection though. It might.
Okay.
It just might be the
Wi fizzle.
The Wi-Fi. Man, if you don't stop sliding on my floor.
But yeah, man, just like kind of like I was saying, dog, like your sound is growing and it's really interesting how organic it is. I feel like if you got with the right person, whenever you met that person, you guys organically vibe in the stew, or even just however you do it over the phone like this, and you can kind of get that vibe right. You could do it from home, and then you won't even have to go to the studio as many times. You know, you can do like a few songs from home. Then when you're ready, go to the studio and then do like a whole tape or a whole couple tapes when you have it, you know, down and you have that kind of flow together. So, because I mean, go to the studio. I think it's important to do both. You feel me? Like go vibe with people and then also do it on your solo tip.
Right. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, and I'm also kind of like, you know, is this guy gonna mix my, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, is this guy gonna mix me right? Is he gonna? Because I've been with the same guy. He's mixed all my songs from day one. So it's like, you know, because I used to mix them back in like 2016, and so I was like, nah, like the mixing was crap, but you know, I still release songs. But anyways, Blink Body, he mixes and does all that for my songs.
Okay. How long you guys been chopping it up with each other? How long you guys been working?
Since 2016. I just like, it's been a minute.
So how'd you find Blank Body? Like, what got you to Blank Body's door?
So this guy is very mysterious. Like,
okay.
But when I first found out about him, it was like maybe 2014 like that. And I kind of like, not to sound weird, and I kind of like manifested that. Like, I kind of like, man, I'm gonna work with this guy one day.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was a fan. So, but let's backtrack a little bit. What got me to his page was I was looking up beats, like tight beats. So in high school, I used to rap over Clam Casino type beats.
Yeah.
And nobody knew what Clam's Casino was. I would bring beats to the studio at the Boys and Girls Club, and they'd be like, man, these beats are weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm God, like Lil B, when he rapped over I'm God, like all those beats are like, oh, those beats are weird.
They're definitely different.
Yeah, so I like that sound. I like that. So I would look up tight beats, and anyways, and I found this one dude. He like I forgot what it was called or what. Anyways, he was like something Blank Body type beat, you know, Clam Casino hashtag or whatever. So I clicked on this dude's page. He was like, yeah, I'm leasing this beat for whatever. So I'm like, wait a minute. Let me go to the source because he's sampling Blank Body. So let me check out who this Blank Body guy is.
Okay.
So I went to his page on SoundCloud, and that was it. So I became a fan in 2014, and he dropped a few tapes, and I was just like, man, like he used to go by Vine before Blank Body. So I was like, man, he had this one beat tape called Things Will Be Better From Now On. And I love the sound so much that I kept up with him. And 2015, you know, I was like, I was going through stuff in my life personally and whatever. So I kind of like, you know, the music kind of died down. I was moving, whatever, you know, life happens. So 2016, I was like, you know what, I'm back in college. I'm doing my thing. I feel a little motivated. Let's give this music thing one more try. So I reached out to him via email. Nothing. I got nothing back. I was like, whatever. So, you know, and then a month later, I was like, I had this other group of beats from this one dude from San Diego. It was like, you know, boom bap type style. And I wanted to make a little 5-track EP. So I wanted to take it serious. I bought the beats exclusive. I reached out to Blank Body. Finally hit me back up. He's like, all right, bro. Like, he just sent me like a couple of snippets. And then the first snippet I got was a song that it's called Narcotic. It's called Narcotic. It's on my
I'm gonna have to look into that one.
That's Baby Ramiro right there. 2016 Baby Ramiro, like pretty big. So. And that started the relationship from, okay, hey, you got another beat. And then a couple of months later, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of mixing my own songs. I hit him up, do you mix? He's like, yeah, you know, send me the stems. He taught me how to send stems through and do all this. And we just built a relationship from there. And then he just liked my style. And that was it.
Hey, so, organic again, you know, kind of.
yeah. So it's a trip. Everything worked out. Like, it was a trip. And then going back to that Narcotic, that was when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take music serious. Let's shoot a video for that. That's how Shoelace came around. So it's all like, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean, because Shoelace is actually a friend of both of ours. Crazy how that happened, like small music world. Right. I ran into Shoelace on some like through a friend stuff too, which is crazy. I was, long story short, recording with one of my friends from high school, how that goes back, and he knows Shoelace, and Shoelace is one of his friends, and he does all of his videos. So it's a small music world, man. It's crazy. We might have to try to get Mr. Mysterious, you know, your producer. We might have to try to get him on the show somehow. I don't know. Is he gonna come on with a mask on or something? Like, what's up?
Mask on.
That'd be hard. That would be dope. If he has a mask, I'll wear one too.
Is this the Masked Singer?
I only emailed him. Like, I've never talked to him.
Oh shoot! That's
him.
A deeper, darker link right there. So it could be anybody.
He's cool people. He's cool. Nah, I know how he looks. He's cool people. Yeah, he's reached out before. But going back to that like Narcotic video and that Shoelace, I was like, you know, you see me, that was just beginnings right there. You know, I have my bike. I pedal. I told Shoelace, they meet me at Torrance Park. Like, you know, I don't know Shoelace. I was thinking, oh, this guy's gonna probably rob me or, you know, I don't know how it's gonna go down.
Yeah,
like,
you never know.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, I'm at the park. Like, I hit him up on Facebook at the time. We just gelled well, and he's like, hey, hit me up for another video. And that was it. We just kept working.
Yeah, that seems like him. That's pretty much him. Like, he's just straightforward like that. Like, he does crazy hard work. He's really, really good at it too. Like, I don't know where dude gets his editing skills and all that kind of like just out of the box stuff that he does with the videos. But he's definitely somebody that, like, if you're looking for someone to do your videos, hit up Shoelace. He's pretty dope. If you like our style of videos, like, it's a little different of a style. It's definitely niche, but we like it. You know, it's hard for us.
Yeah, his work was definitely
different. Dope. Like, I don't know what he does. Like, and I'm not knocking other videographers out there. I don't know what he does, but it's just crazy. It's different. Like, it's just
he has a certain sauce.
We could be recording something simple, and then he turns into like, you know, some trippy, like, dope ass music video. You know,
that's part of it though.
Nothing into something.
It's sick when you got like both of that kind of, like you said, just coming together, and it seems like that's kind of the overall theme for you. Like, it just kind of comes together. Like, you feel the beat,
flows, man.
It flows out of you. You get with your producer, and then you get with Shoelace, and then, you know, that kind of flows as well. So it kind of just seems like there's a nice little ebb and flow with the energy that you have.
Yeah, and I like that too, because, you know, I don't really like to reach out, or you know, I'll reach out to people for collabs and stuff, but like, as far as artists, like, you know, a lot of artists these days are kind of like, oh, you know, you gotta pay me, bro, or like, you know, they have that I like it when it's all gels well and we're homies and everybody's cool.
Keep the same team, keep the same vibe.
Because working from Blank Body and Shoelace, that's how I got beats from Shoelace, Blank Body. Other people have reached out to me because they knew that, you know, they knew Blank Body. So I worked with other artists from him. It was just all organic. That's how I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, 91, you got more questions?
I mean, I could go for days for questions, but are we? How are we on time? Are we coming up close?
We're coming up on time right now. So I mean, it's on you.
So this is what I'll do because I feel like this is going to be a 2-part situation.
Yeah,
we're gonna have you come back because shit. I wanted to first introduce the people to you. You know, kind of give everybody an idea who this dude that I'm going to be posting videos is. Like, you know, because I'm definitely going to post Throw It. I'm definitely going to post City 2. I'm definitely going to post Best Friends and probably Cold World too. Like, so shoot, let's have you come back, bro. And then we could just really talk about them because I want to talk to you about them individually. And I think that's probably like a whole little thing in itself.
And definitely, I want to definitely get a deeper dive on your music and stuff like that. Cause like I said, I only got to watch the videos. So I want to hear a little bit more of your music and then we can come back here and we can run through some more stuff.
Yo, so this one will be like, this one is who is Ramiro, and the next one will be like who does Ramiro's videos and why are they so damn crazy?
Yeah, I'm definitely down, and shout out to y'all for, you know, even talking to your boy and linking up, and you know, this is dope.
Oh no, we appreciate you for coming through.
Yeah, whatever y'all need, y'all end up getting in the studio, whatever, I'll go and we'll talk, and you know, whatever.
Oh no, that's definitely a thing for sure. Like I already sent you that pack. We definitely gonna get some things going with that slow down situation.
Yeah,
look forward for that.
I like those beats, man. Like respectfully, not disrespectfully, but respectfully. I love those slowed and chopped beats, man.
I appreciate that, man.
I love that style. Like I love that style.
It was different. I felt the same way. It was just like not a lot of people do it a lot now. So I was riding around listening to I want to say, was it Mogul or something like that? It was like the story of DJ Screw. And I was just listening and driving around. I just got hella inspired. And I was like, bro, I'm going to start chopping and screwing some stuff. So I just sat down, really started playing with my Logic, going on YouTube, playing with Logic, talking to people. And I figured out how, like, a nice little formula to slow down beats. And then, of course, just go through and chop them. But yeah, man, we'll link up, you know, we'll pull a little session together and we'll do something.
Yeah,
definitely, bro. And with that being said, bro, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, Ramiro, I appreciate you, man.
Want to thank everybody for watching, and go check out this man's music.
Yeah, we're gonna post
you want to shout out your YouTube, shout out any SoundCloud, anything?
Yeah, give us the links. Give us the links.
All my social media at Ramiro Getsu. That's RAMIROGETSIT. So every social media that's.
I appreciate that. We're gonna put the link in the bottom too, and of course I'm gonna throw it in the description so everybody can really just thoroughly go check out this dude's music because I like it because it's different, like straight up and down, like it's just different. You know, give your ears a break from the normal stuff that you listen to on the radio.
All right, and with that being said, we out.
For sure, man.